Virgin Australia cuts 3,000 staff. Let's have a look. Hello everyone, Florian.heise here and welcome to another episode of HeiseSays. I've got my stein of coffee and I think you should get yours too because Virgin Australia is cutting 3,000 staff. And Tiger Airlines is getting the axe. I can't say we're too surprised with this, but you've got to understand whenever someone comes to buy up one of these businesses, it often, it doesn't mean all the jobs are saved. There's going to be a hit. So Virgin Australia cuts 3,000 jobs and axes Tiger Airlines. Virgin Australia will shed about 1/3 of its workforce, killing off Tiger Air and suspend long-haul international routes as it rebrands as a value airline. Now I'm surprised they made the shift away from a value airline. Virgin Blue was great. It was good, cheap, competitive. It's no frills. It's kind of what you wanted. You wanted something a bit more posh, you go to Qantas. But I guess they're gonna have to go back to their roots. Back to their roots. Virgin Australia will shed about 3,000 jobs and cull Tiger Air Australia as it rebrands as a value airline with a focus on domestic and short-haul international flights, it announced this morning. The job cuts affect about 1/3 of the Brisbane-based airline's workforce across cabin crew, ground crew, engineers, baggage handlers, and some international head office staff. The airline will also suspend all long-haul international flights and transition to a single Boeing 737 fleet for domestic and short-haul international travel. It is not yet clear what plans for short-haul international travel includes. However, it is unlikely the airline will resume flights to long-haul destinations such as Los Angeles anytime soon. Well, the airline industry is going to really cop it, guys. It is going to cop it. This is a recession. This is the beginning of a recession. This is a global recession. This is going to be a defining moment for a generation. So, people need to prepare. I mean, are you happy the Queensland government didn't end up getting control of the airline? Economy and business class will remain, but Virgin Australia's lounges will remain closed for the foreseeable future due to lack of demand during the pandemic. I remember when they first opened those lounges, they were quite cheap, and then all of a sudden they got really expensive and posh. You could go in there for like $5 and then one like $30 or something. The announcements were made this morning as Virgin Australia unveiled its plan to re-emerge from the brink of collapse in the midst of the pandemic. Demand for domestic and short-haul international travel is likely to take at least 3 years to return to pre-pandemic levels, with the real chance it could be longer, which means as a business we must make changes to ensure Virgin Australia Group is successful in this new world, Chief Executive Paul Scurra said today. Our initial focus will be on investing in the core Virgin Australia domestic and short-haul international operations alongside a 10 million member strong Velocity frequent flyer program, continuing to offer an extensive network of destinations, a domestic lounge network, and value for money for customers. It's interesting how these reward programs, the Velocity or the Qantas, flyby programs, they actually become a really valuable asset for these airlines. It allows them to leverage, the luxury and the branding of the airline, and there still is a bit of, glamour associated with air travel, and leverage that to get at least a slice of other people's consumptions in the broader economy. So in some ways, it's brilliant. It's brilliant. I don't think you're ever gonna, you're never gonna win or make a big deal. You shouldn't make a purchase decision based on how many Qantas points you get or how many Velocity points you get. It's smarter to just buy something cheaper and invest the money in something sensible. But from a business perspective of the airlines, I can see how it's a brilliant idea. American private equity firm Bain Capital agreed to buy Virgin Australia in June, and creditors will vote on Bain's proposal later this month. Because remember, Virgin shares, they all went under. They're essentially worthless. Similar to what happened here with Hertz, guys. With all the mum and dad investors just piling into Hertz, and the airline was bankrupt, everyone. So it's the creditors who have the say. They have the say. We'll have to see. What do you think? Do you think they should take it? He said the decision to cull 3,000 workers was very tough, but the airline hoped to re-employ lost staff once it was stronger. And here's the thing, you want these businesses to survive so they are in a position where they can take people back on in the future. That's what you want. That's what you want. That's what some people don't seem to understand. You know, these businesses can't just keep bleeding money, because then they'll all be gone. And then we're all worse off. Our intention is to secure approximately 6,000 jobs when the market recovers, with aspirations of up to 8,000 in the future, he said. To those that leave the business, I want to thank them for the role they've played in making this a great airline. He said the ACT staff would have all their entitlements honoured and be given a 2-year extension of employee travel benefits and early access to retiree and long service benefits. Voluntary redundancies will be offered. So, you know, the workers are getting taken care of, guys. This is sure, they're losing their jobs, but they're getting their entitlements. They're getting, you know, these travel perks. They're offering voluntary redundancy, so the people who maybe are at a point, maybe they want to start something else, they want to jump ship, maybe this is the opportunity. It could be a lot worse, everyone. They could have crashed, gone under, and the employees would have gotten nothing. That's the risk you take, guys. That's the risk you take. About 9,000 jobs with the airline will be hanging in the balance, have been hanging in the balance after it went into voluntary administration in April, with a debt pile of close to $7 billion. Virgin Australia also confirmed travel credits and velocity points would be carried forward under its new ownership. Travel credits will be honoured until June 2023. Oh, there you go. The airline's move to a single Boeing 737 fleet means it will ditch its ATR Boeing 777, its Airbus A330 and A320 aircraft. Today's announcement spells the end of Tiger Air Australia, Virgin's low-cost subsidiary, which has been entirely grounded during the pandemic. Virgin said there was not sufficient customer demand to support 2 brands at this time. However, it said it would retain Tiger Air's Air Operator Certificate, so there was the option of reviving it in the future when the domestic market can support it. Well, I would hope Regional Express, who we looked at in a previous video, are looking at getting into the triangle, the Melbourne, Sydney, Brisbane route. I was hoping that if they get into that sector as well, it'll create a bit more competition. And that's kind of what you want, guys. You want more competition. You want these airlines fighting for your dollar, fighting for your seats, fighting for your travel. So what do you think, everyone? Are you surprised? You know, 3,000 jobs gone, Tiger Air disappeared. We'll have to see how it goes. As always, let me know your thoughts and opinions in the comments below. Please like, share, and subscribe to the channel. If you're a fan and want to support the content I created, there are a few ways you can. You can join the channel on YouTube or Patreon. You can support us using our affiliate links at Amazon, eBay, Independent Reserve, or Kucoin. You can buy merch from HeiseSays, use Gold Pass from the Perth Mint, or support us via PayPal. Take care, everyone. I'll see you in the next episode.